Hey, noble ones. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for caring, thank you for clicking. I appreciate that, appreciate your time. This is a difficult video to make. I don't really know how you make it, how I'm supposed to explain the thing, so I'm just going to go straight ahead and say it. So this is a tough time for my family right now. You must have noticed that my production has slowed down, not only on this channel, but on all of my social media platforms, whether it be my Twitter, my other channels on YouTube, and there is a reason for it. So if you've been following my lives recently, you know that I've mentioned a medical emergency pertaining to my mother. And I'm in Italy right now, and as you know, we jumped on the first flight. So I was on the phone with my family. I was told that through a CT scan, my mother's doctor had found a mass that there was a chance that it could have been something dangerous. So we jumped on the first flight. My mom has been in pain, in a lot of pain recently, and so as we arrived, biopsy, and we had the results not too long ago, unfortunately, is cancer, malignant. It's a high-grade cancer, stage 3, and it has already spread through the lymph nodes. So it's a difficult situation that we are experiencing as a family right now, and the oncologist also told us that it's inoperable currently because it's 6 centimeters, it's very large, and she's going through chemo. My mother is a wonderful person. I may have taken the name of an angel, but she's the one who deserves it much more than me. That is why I think it is my duty as a son to try and help as much as possible. Of course, this has some financial repercussions for the family, and I have created a crowdfunding. Now, I want to be transparent before you, because you're fantastic, noble ones, and I know that you will go. Many people will donate. But I want to explain exactly what it is, what it will be used for, what I'm trying to raise, and explain exactly the situation, what we're trying to achieve with it, because I don't want to be in any way, shape or form misleading with what this is and what the money will be used for. So let me explain. There is, of course, a link in the description if you want to read it. I've written everything down. I know that oftentimes when you think of funds being raised to help someone with cancer, oftentimes we think of amounts such as like $100,000, $150,000. Well, this is not the case here. So in Italy, we have free healthcare. So the amount of money that a patient is supposed to pay is infinitely, significantly smaller than what, for example, someone in the US without insurance, or even with some insurance, depending on coverage, is expected to pay. With that being said, the reason why I'm still creating a crowdfunding is because when you go through the systems, the exemption system, the waiting times are very, very inconvenient, particularly in a situation like this one, which is very time sensitive, which is why I'm going out of pocket. I've been going out of pocket ever since the situation started. And for example, the CT scan that she needed for her thorax was $380 euros. I paid that. The electrocardiogram that she needed to do, once again out of pocket, and I'm gonna continue to go out of pocket because the difference is we can do it tomorrow, we can do it at the end of January. I choose tomorrow. That is why if any of you wants to help out a little bit, don't put yourself in any financial strain. If you just find an extra $5 and you want to help out, that would be very much appreciated. So what will I use this money for? Well, this is another thing that I want to kind of be clear on all the points and the way this money will be used. Point number 1, these funds will be used to cover any medical expense, particularly when we go out of pocket. Number 2 could be also to put it into a private clinic and to also have a second opinion from a professional. There is a specialist in Milan. That could also be an option if she agrees. I don't know if she can travel, to be honest. If she can't travel, we'll drop that, but if she can, that could be an option. She, of course, needs 24/7 care. She's not able to stay home alone, and my dad is also not in great conditions, so I would be taking care of that so that she doesn't have to worry about it. With any extra money remaining from that, I'm considering creating a small fund to support my dad. You see, I don't come from money. They both live with their pensions, but my dad has the so-called minimum, and at the moment they're fine, but once my mum, of course, if my mum dies, then her pension would disappear, and I want to make sure that my dad knows that there is a fund that he's taken care of. We have had to have nurses come here 3 times a week, and the last thing would be to also help myself a little bit, because as I say, we jumped on the first flight. I'm going to continue to do that. So anytime she needs me, even though I will be going back and forth from the US, from Italy, every time she needs me, I'm jumping on a plane, So knowing that I have a fund that I can use to try and pay for these tickets as well, so that I don't bankrupt myself, that would be also fantastic. So only if there is an extra, then that will be also used. I will of course continue to produce on my channel and post content, because that's what I do, and also it helps me to keep my mind busy. And once they are looked after and taken care of, if there is a little extra, I might use it just to help pay the bills a few times on my side of things if needed, considering the fact that I'm slowing down production. Although then again, I'm still posting because I love posting. Some of you may have also noticed that I have had my own charity event recently with my plushie, and thank you so much. I've already moved the funds for the donation, and I just wanted to say, so that one was a charity event that I've organized to help children with cancer. Now, at the time when I organized it, I didn't know that my mom was going to get cancer, but when I donated, I did. I already knew, and I have to say that the moment I clicked that button to make that donation, it had a different significance to what it was at the beginning. As a family, and what we're going through right now, we are proud that we could help other families that are struggling with children who have been diagnosed. The donation was given to the St. Jude's Hospital, and I've already shared all the receipts because I like being transparent, both on my community tab if you want to go check it, or on my Twitter. Even though this has happened to us, we are happy and proud that we raised money for families that are dealing with this. Now, I, of course, will do all in my power to try and help my mother and also try to beat this thing and fight it as hard as we can. But if it does happen, as a family, we say, may the contribution we have made bring joy and hope to new life as her life fades away. You will also notice on the crowdfunding that I've only used pictures of her when she was young. That is specifically because when I arrived, we hadn't seen each other for over a year and a half because of my immigration in the US, so I couldn't leave until I got the green card. So we hadn't seen for a year and a half. When we arrived, the first thing she said was that she was sad, that she was not beautiful anymore. She is. She'll always be to me. This is what she looks like even right now through my eyes. So because I believe in honoring your father and your mother, this is the image I want to share with the world. Anyhow, as a family, I want to thank each and every single one of you who, particularly with this recent situation, there have been some charity scandals. I understand if people don't feel like they can trust a YouTuber right now when we raise money for situations like this. So don't feel obliged, don't feel pressured. If you find an extra $5, I want to say thank you. I'll thank you like a brother. If you don't feel like you can do it right now, I absolutely understand. And of course, if you can't, you're already in your difficult situations, don't worry about it, and maybe just watch a couple of videos of mine, and that will already be something I'll be very thankful for. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.